And here's the Wild taking the ice now. Sorry about that. We had a malfunction here, so I had to get everything fired back up and going. But the Wild taking the ice for a 3-minute warm-up. And we'll get this game underway here shortly. As I was saying, there was some shots there from a tournament back in November in Pittsburgh. It was a My Hockey tournaments. Similar teams. Actually, one of the teams, the Lynchburg Coyotes, will be facing on Monday morning here this weekend. And on the other side of the ice is the Charlotte Junior Checkers doing their warm-ups. All teams are similar in rankings, as these tournaments try to do. They try to get everybody matched up as good as possible. So, a minute and 40 left on the clock. We get this game underway here in just a moment. Aiden Mongold between the pipes today. And looking over the lineup, I know we're out our high school players. Today, Logan, Layton, and Ben are missing from the lineup. I don't see Cash Blake. From the looks of it, I believe I'll have to look at the roster and see if I'm missing anybody. It looks like the rest are here. Take a quick look here. Well, we got on the ice, we got Nathan Carlisle, Desmond Circle, Landon Eastep, Preston Fields, Grayson Goslick, Zachary Higginbotham, Jake Holly, Vinny Kang, Aiden Mongold between the pipes, Bo Ruth, Noah Taylor, Walker Woods, and Talon Wynn. And there is the buzzer signaling the end of warm-ups. 13 minutes on the clock. So the Wild gather around and do their rally and a prayer. The referee checks the goal and makes sure everything's in order. And here we go. Jake Harley lining up, Landon Eastep and Bo Ruth on each side. Landon takes it, gets the first shot on net, saved by the Checkers. Landon takes it behind the net, and in the corner sends it up to Higginbotham at the point. Big sends it across ice. into traffic, and the Checkers able to come out with it. Woods defends. Checkers try to center, gets deflected away. E-step. Takes back off, crosses the blue line. Checkers clear it right back out into neutral. Ruth picks it up. Sends it up into neutral ice. Now the Checkers try to work it back in. And the Checkers dump it back into the far side corner. Higginbotham picks it up behind her own net. So he gets pressure. He passes it up to Navin Carlisle. Carlisle gets it taken away, and the Checkers dump it back in. Sent around the wall, up to the point. The Checkers send it back yet again to the corner. Higginbotham sends it up. It goes past Holly and through neutral ice. Holly chases. Checkers dump it right back into neutral. Carlisle goes to pick it up. Sends it across ice over to Kang. Kang couldn't keep it on his stick. Gets knocked back in to the Checkers territory. Carlisle picks it up behind the net. Attempts to center it. He gets knocked away and around, and it's sent back up and out where Gosling going to send it across ice. Carlisle picks it up again. Carlisle shoots. And a rebound comes out, and Kang nearly finds the back of the net on a rebound from Carlisle. Wynn centers it up. Not able to get a shot off. Checkers take it back the other way. Hit here in front of the Wild bench. Kang takes back off with it. Kang winds up, takes a shot, saved by the Checkers. The Checkers send it up the board, and it's going to go around and back out. Checkers nearly getting a breakaway. Gosling is there to defend and break that up. Puck is knocked back up to the blue line. Checkers trying to get a shot off. It gets knocked away, and Kang takes back off with it again. Loses it just across the blue line and sent back into neutral, and the Checkers now send it back on the Mongol, but it's picked off by Woods before it gets there. Woods takes off. Woods skates all the way through neutral, makes his way around a couple, comes in close, takes a shot, save. Higginbotham picks it up in the far side corner, tries to clear. Checkers keep it in. Wynn passes over to Taylor. Taylor hit in front of the Wild bench. And it's just a battle for possession in the neutral zone. Checkers take off with it. Drop a pass back. Lined up, takes a shot, goes wide. And it goes back out into neutral ice, cross ice pass. Picked up by the Checkers on the other side. They pass it back through. Woods picks it up on our own end. Woods passes up to E-step. E-step winds up, takes a shot, save. Woods picks up that rebound on the other side, comes around. He's looking to pass to somebody out front. He passes it to Holly, and Holly finds the back of the net. Holly from Woods with 8:20 left in the first. The Wild find themselves on the board first. Shot put on from the blue line by Gosling. Gloved. Gloved by the Checkers. Offside. Puck dumped in by the Wild. Holly digging off the wall. Centered up for Bo Ruth. Ruth tries to get a shot off. It's knocked away. Checkers try to clear. Holly with the shot. It barely misses the top crossbar. Checkers carried in all the way. Tries to center. Saved by Mongold. Rebound comes out and Estep takes off with it. Estep crosses the center line. Dumps it in. Goes off the boards. Out front. Almost a chance there by Ruth. Checkers pick it up on their own end. Pass it back out to neutral ice. Hook forward, picked up by Gosling. And then drops it back to Holly. Up to Wynn. Wynn backhands it to Kang. It goes behind the Checkers goal. Woods takes a shot and save. Rebound comes out. Kang has it. Kang tries to feed it up to Woods. Gets picked off by the Checkers, and they dump it down through neutral and into Wild territory. Woods picks it up behind her own goal. Sends it off the boards. Picked up by Carlisle. Carlisle gets it taken away at neutral, and Checkers send it back down where Higginbotham's going to pick it up in the far side corner. Higginbotham up to Carlisle, bounces off his stick in the neutral. Carlisle picks it back up again and loses it. Ends up over there to Wynn. Wynn to Higginbotham to Kang. Now Wynn takes off with it. Wynn goes in, puts on the brakes, loses the puck. Checkers pick it up and send it around behind the net, and Checkers send it back around the other way. Pass back out in the neutral where Higginbotham sends it, tries to dump it back in. Checkers get it, and it's stolen by Wynn. Wynn dumps it back into Checkers' zone. And the Checkers are able to clear it out and come up with a chance here. They shoot and it goes wide. Checkers backhand it back into the near side corner where Gosling puts it behind his own net. Passes up to Kang. Kang makes a move, still has it, dumps it in. Checkers pick it up, Wynn pressures. And stolen by Circle, and a shot saved by the Checkers. Gosling from the blue line takes a hard shot, goes wide. Looks like it may have gotten deflected. Stolen by Circle as the Checkers try to leave the zone. And they're able to recover and send it back into neutral. Gosling passes it off the wall to Holly. Holly's going to skate it back into our own end. Passes it over to Gosling. And Gosling moving it forward all the way in. It's tied up at the blue line. Is able to maintain control and sends it in deep. There's Circle. Puts a checker into the wall, picks up the puck, moves it on around. Gosling sends it to Holly. Holly trying to set something up. And the Checkers are able to regain possession. Try to cross ice pass, gets tipped by Fields. Checkers come in, take a shot, saved by Mongold. And Gosling works it out into neutral where Holly picks it up. Holly makes a move, loses it just as he enters, as he's double teamed by a couple of Checkers. Checkers try to leave. Woods chips it back in, and now it's sent all the way back down where Higginbotham picks it up and is behind her own goal. Higginbotham hit hard in front of the net. Both players go down. Holly comes out with it. And Holly brings it in. Centers it. Nobody there to chip that in. Ruth keeps it in. Woods tries to maintain control. Woods gets knocked down by the Checkers. Woods rips a shot. Rebound. E-step trying to get a follow-up there. He's tied up. And it's sent back around the boards. Or Woods sends it back to E-step. E-step circles around behind the net. Trying to wrap around, and he scores! Landon E-step putting the second goal on the board for the Wild. Wild up 2-0 with 1:51 remaining in the first period. Shot from Kane, saved. Fields has it behind her own goal. Passes it to Carlisle. Carlisle sends it across ice, trying to get it over to Kang. Checkers have it for a moment, and it goes back out into neutral ice. And that's going to be offside on the Checkers. Carlisle brings it in. Carlisle tries to center, goes across ice. Gosling sends it back in. Shot goes over the net. Win with a backhand pass. Checkers pick it up, and they bring it back through neutral ice all the way in. Before it gets knocked away by Gosling. Win there to pick up that loose puck. And Carlisle chips it off the wall and back down into Checkers territory. Checkers pick it up. Tries to pass, picked off by, or deflected away by Kang. Well, try to keep that in. Checkers able to work that back out of neutral. Carlisle dumps it back in from the blue line. And that's the buzzer. That's into period number 1. After 1 period, Wild up 2-0. And we'll be right back for the second period. Period number 2 underway. Higginbotham picks it up on her own end. Passes up into neutral. Checkers get it and send it back in. Checkers dump it in deep. It goes behind the Wild net. Picked up by Woods in the far side corner. And Woods battling for possession. Kicks it ahead with his skate. Almost gets it out. Checkers keep it in for a moment, but it's able to get knocked back out by Taylor. And Woods picks it up, and Woods comes in, tries to dunk it in. It goes across right in front of the crease where Circle was over there. Not able to get a stick on it. Checkers take it back through neutral, gets poked away by Holly, and then Woods sends it back in deep, no ice. Checkers pass it up into neutral, goes on Mongold, just barely misses him. And it's going to be an icing call on the Checkers. 11:50 on the clock in the second period. Step, passes it to Holly. Holly with the quick shot and saved by the Checkers. Shot doesn't make it through. Holly sends it into the crease, goes around behind the net as it gets knocked away. And up the wall. Checkers able to break it out. Goslick defends, takes a shot, it gets deflected away. Checkers try to center it, ends up on the stick, whiffs the shot. Tries to pass, and it gets knocked back out. And it's just a battle for possession here as Goslick picks it up now. Goslick skates it through neutral ice. And brings it all the way in. He tries to center and it gets deflected away. Holly sends it up the boards. It ends up going out. Holly turns and sends it through neutral ice where the Checkers pick it up and then send it across ice. Checkers send it all the way down. Mongold comes out, bobbles it. goes to the near side wall, and so we send around behind the net. Checkers pick it back up, line up, take a shot, and it goes wide and high. Back up to the point. Shot comes in, gets blocked, and then sent over to the wall by Fields. And it's going to be cleared out by Holly all the way down. That's going to be icing. So just trying to get it cleared out, get a line change. 9:47 remaining in the second period. Checkers off the face-off. Skates in there and makes a shot. Get on the board. So 9:43 in the second period. It's a one-goal game. Wynn breaking free off the face-off, trying to work it in. Checkers send it back out. Higginbotham sends it cross ice. Picked up by Wynn at the red line. And Wynn trying to work it in. He's goes toward the goalie there. I'm not sure if that was a shot or if it just looks like it just hit off somebody's stick. But anyway, Checkers stopped that with 9:25 remaining. Talon Wynn taking the face off. Not sure what happened there, but referee seems to be moving people around for some reason. Off the face off. E-Step trying to get a shot off. He goes back to Woods, and Woods winds up to take a shot, whiffs. Wynn trying to get it over to Carlisle, who's waiting beside the net. Wynn back to Woods, and this time Woods sends a shot, gets deflected and saved. Wynn picks it up behind the net. Sends it across the crease. Nobody there to tip it in. And it comes out and back into Checkers territory. Checkers pick it up and skate it back. Takes a shot, it gets deflected and goes far wide. Higginbotham is tied up behind her own goal. Ties it up, and Carlisle comes in, grabs the puck, sends it up to Woods. Woods is tangled up with a couple of Checkers, gets knocked off his stick. Checkers have it in neutral ice. And Woods with a big hit there right at center ice, and a shot goes wide while that was happening. And Higginbotham skates it into Checkers territory. Just trying to get something set up here. Puck gets knocked free, goes behind the Checkers goal and up to Woods. Woods with a hard shot from the point, save. Rebound comes out and it is cleared all the way down. That's going to be icing. .38 left in the second period. 2-1 game. E-Step has it off the face-off. Tries to back in it through traffic. And Big Circle was over there, almost getting something going there. And then we got an offside here on the Checkers. Face off from Taylor to Gosling. Shot coming in, saved by Mongold. Gosling gets it behind the net, sends it up the wall. Centering pass. No shot. Attempted shot gets blocked. Another shot saved by Mongold. Steered around, picked up by Gosling. Gosling takes off, he gets it knocked away, and a shot goes wide. And sent back into neutral ice. Taylor steals it in neutral ice. He's trying to settle it down, but it ends up being offside. Higginbotham picks it up, sends it around behind her own net. Checkers sent it right back in. And Higginbotham's tied up behind the net, but comes out. Holly up to E-Step. E-Step chips it out into neutral and tries to regain possession. That's going to be offside. .6:04 left in the second period. Checkers have it. They skate through neutral, loses it before he gets a shot off. Checkers recover, send it back in behind the Wild goal. And now it's picked up by Higginbotham and then to Woods, who tries to chip it out, and Checkers able to keep that back in. Higginbotham picks it up again. Sends it around the wall where Ruth is on the other side. Ruth chips it up to Woods, and Woods takes off. Starting to get the Jets turned on, but he got it knocked away, and now the Checkers come back. This kid is fast. Defended by Higginbotham, knocks that puck away, and it's still in the Wild territory as Woods steps in and kicked forward by Holly. Checkers still keep it in. Shot gets deflected and goes toward Mongold, and he's going to stop that and freeze it with 4:58 left in the second period. Faceoff goes behind Mongold, and Kang finally on the ice. I'm not sure what the issue was there. Must have been some kind of equipment issue the ref didn't like. But he's back on the ice, and it's knocked back into neutral. Checkers try to clear, stolen by Wynn, and Wynn picks it up, settles it down, still has it, sends it over to Kang. Kang goes down, and the Checkers are able to knock that back out and regain possession in neutral, and they dump it in. Field sends it on around, and it hits, I don't know if it hit a ref or a bad spot, and kept in. Checkers trying to get a shot off there. It's disrupted by Gosling. Gosling picks it up again. Knocked off his stick. Fields. Shot goes toward Mongold. Hits the post. And is cleared out into neutral ice. Sent in, bouncing puck toward Mongold. Mongold's going to shove that away, and Gosling picks it up. Gosling moves it forward up to Kang. Kang up to Carlisle. Carlisle trying to get a shot off. It gets deflected. Picked up by Wynn in the corner. Wynn circles behind the net. Tries to slam dunk a wraparound and save. And it is sent up and hits the netting. 3:18 remaining in the second. Around the corner, Woods. Woods taking a shot from the point. Saved. And the Checkers send it around the wall and try to get a breakaway there. Woods gets it. Tries to clear. Checkers steal it back, pick it up. They had a good pass out there to a Checker, but the shot was not very good. Oh, one-timer across ice, catching Mongold off guard. And the Checkers tie this game up. Give credit where credit's due. That was a pretty shot from the Checkers. .245 left in the second. It's 2-2 in two. Woods getting the neutral ice. Woods trying to work his way in. He's into the corner. He's trying to find somebody out there in the slot. And it goes over to the wall where Holly sends it back to Woods. Woods backhands it to the far side corner. Checkers trying to send it out. That is kept in by, it was kept in by Holly for a second, but it does bounce out. Ruth picking it up, and Ruth skates it in, but it's offside. 2:04 remaining. Shot from the Checkers goes wide. Up the board to the point. Another shot. Hits E-step. And Holly. And then Checkers send it back in. E-step picks it back up in the far corner. Passes it up to Circle. Up to Holly. Goes off his stick and into Checkers territory. No ice. Ruth with a chance here. In the slot, passes it over, hits a Checker, and goes back to the wall, and that must have went out of play. Whistle. 1:15 left in the second period. Wynn taking the face off. Kang with a quick shot. Goes wide. Carlisle picking it up, trying to get it on the far wall. The Checkers ship it back into neutral. Cross-ice pass from Fields over to Goslink. Goslink works it out up to Carlisle, goes off his skate, back on the stick of a Checker. And the Checkers send it back in deep. That's icing. Wynn once again lined up to take the face off to Kang. Kang kicks it on his stick, tries to get a shot, doesn't make it through. Wynn almost with an opportunity there and passed up to the point and fired by Fields. Over to the other side where Gosley picks it up, goes off his stick. Checkers sends a cross-ice pass and then out, trying to get a headman there, defended by Goslink. Almost got a cherry picked on us there. Fields takes off with it, and Fields going all the way through neutral, all the way in, takes a shot, pad save, and at the buzzer, Kang with another shot. We still have a minute. That must be the intermission. So the buzzer went off. That's the end of period number 2, and they already started the in-between period clock. So we'll be right back in about 40 seconds. Third period underway. Checkers pick it up in neutral. Send it in, goes behind the Wild net. Shot put on, goes wide. Higginbotham send it on around, picked up by Ruth on the other side. Ruth skating it in. Tries to center it for Wynn, and he does. Talon Wynn with a pass from Bo Ruth makes the Wild up by 1 early in the third period. Let's keep that momentum going. Kept it clear, kept in by Estep. Shot fired, gloved by the Checkers. Wynn battles for it in the corner. And passed out through neutral. Holly sends it back in. with a hustle there, but it's offside. Desmond Circle in the circle there, taking the face off. Puck goes back to Higginbotham. He's going to send it on through neutral. Checkers try to clear. Carlisle keeps that in. This time the Checkers do clear it out. And pass forward, makes a move around Higginbotham. Tries to deke and goes wide. There's our birthday present for today. Or Valentine's Day present. Into the corner. Holly in circle. Puck comes free. Higginbotham trying to work it on around. Checkers pick it up again. Send a shot. It goes over the net. Or behind the net. It's hard to tell from here. Attempted clear. Gets kept in by the Checkers. Higginbotham now needs to make sure that gets out. And he skates it out. And still has it. He might be going in all the way, folks. Higginbotham across ice to Holly. Not able to get a shot off there. That shot was saved, I believe, from Higginbotham. And it goes back out. Checkers come in. Take a shot, it goes wide. Checkers with a rebound off that wall, and it goes wide. Up to the point. Try to send it in. Doesn't make it through traffic, and chip back out into neutral. Kang puts the pressure on. And Checkers lose the puck, picked up by Kang again, and it goes off his stick, and Checkers have it once again. Shot from the blue line. Mongo gets a piece of it, and it finds its way in the back. 10:05, we're tied again. Goes around and off the wall, picked up by Taylor. And now Wynn almost with an opportunity there in the high slot. Checkers take it back the other way. Takes a shot, it goes wide. And E-Step sends it up the wall. Attempted shot, doesn't make it through. And play is stopped. Puck went out of play. 9:23, we're tied at 3. It's 3-3 in the third. Shot, Bongo gets a piece of that, steered it away. Checkers try to send another one in. Picked up by Woods. Woods back on the ice after wasn't feeling well, but he seems to be better now. And Checkers take it back. Pick it up. Send a shot on Mongold. Rebound comes out, but they couldn't get a hold of that. Woods takes off with it. Gets it poked away at neutral. Higginbotham steals it back. Higginbotham puts it on, and stick save, and E-Step is tripped right in front of the net. Right after the goalie made that save. 8:36 remaining. Checkers win the faceoff. They try to pass out. It gets tipped. Wood sends it right back into Holly. Holly centers it. E-step was there. Couldn't get a shot off. And the Checkers send it back out into neutral. Or Higginbotham sends a cross slice over to Holly. Holly skates behind Woods. Sends a cross slice to Higginbotham. Tries to clear it out. Checkers keep that in and try to take a shot. And it hits a wild player and gets back in neutral zone. Checkers send it back in again. This time it's going to go, almost goes behind the goal. Higginbotham sends it back around. Checkers pick it up, send it out front. Centering pass was knocked away. Holly makes a move, tries to send it out, up to E-step. It's picked off by the Checkers. They try to send it in again. It gets knocked away. Higginbotham around the boards to E-step. E-step trying to settle it down. Sends it over to Higginbotham. And Higginbotham sends a shot on. And Ruth coming in for that rebound, but the goalie's not going to let go of it. 7:23 remaining in the third. We're still tied at 3. Shot right off the face-off, another save. I had to fix my internet, it was falling down. Gosling sends it in, is behind the Checkers goal. Checkers pick it up, send it around the wall. Fields trying to get a shot on, it gets deflected. Checkers trying to get it out, Fields keeping it in, Wynn trying to settle it down. Wynn goes to the near side corner. Gets back out to Circle lining up, passing it to Wynn. Wynn backhands a shot, it goes wide. Carlisle in the far corner. Checkers try to clear. And a pass from Gosling over to Circle with a one-timer saved by the Checkers. Good opportunity there for the Wild. And Checkers clear it back out. Gosling goes after it. Gozzi picks it up. And he's going to pass it forward. And Checkers end up with it. Carlisle puts a Checker in the corner. Wynn's tripped up, and the puck is knocked back out into neutral ice. Wynn puts on the brakes. Wynn is hit in the far wall. He's all right. Circle looks like he got hit into the post down there right next to the bench. And Checkers go back the other way. Gosling picks it up again. Gosling passes it through neutral ice, nearly picked off by Wynn, and it's chipped back in to Checker territory where they skate it behind their own net. And at the wall, Gosling trying to send one in, doesn't make it through traffic. Carlisle turns, sends it in, goes behind the Checkers goal. Checkers try to pick it up and miss. This time they do pick it up and send it on around. Another hit there on the Wild. And the Checker is able to work it around and get a shot on. And Mongold making the save, knocking it out. Kang comes out with it. And Kang skating it all the way in. Centers it. Carlisle almost there, but the Checkers pick it off and skate it back the other way. Taken away by Gosling on her own end. Back up to the blue line. Holly takes off with it. Holly comes in. He takes a shot. Rebound comes out. Kang on the doorstep there, but couldn't get there in time, and the Checkers knock it back the other way. No icing on this. 4:19 left. Higginbotham picks it up. Higgs to Holly. Holly making his way out. Still has it. Gets it knocked off his stick. Woods goes to the corner. Woods sends it up to the point where Higginbotham is going to take a shot, and Woods trying to deflect that. It goes wide, and it is sent back out into neutral where Holly picks it up again. And Holly brings it in. Holly making his way around, coming in close, and then he's tied up. He centers it for Woods. Woods was tied up. E-step, taking a shot, save. A lot of traffic, a lot of activity out in front of that Checkers goal right now. And it's sent back in by E-step, goes behind the Checkers goal. Woods picks it up. And Woods sends it back around behind the Checkers goal again, where Holly's on the other side. Holly sending it out for Taylor, goes past him into E-step. Back in. Holly trying to center it out there again. It hits Checkers, and Checkers are able to move it back out into neutral ice. E-step has it in neutral, passes across ice to Woods. Woods loses it just as he enters the zone. Holly picks it back up again, crosses the blue line, and tries to chip it in. It hits the skate of a Checker, and Checkers are able to, they almost cleared it out. Higginbotham keeps it in, and Higgs walks in, and Higginbotham takes a shot from the high slot and moves the net. 2:34 left. Zachary Higginbotham with the 1-goal lead now for the Wild. 2.5 minutes left. We've got goals from Higginbotham, Holly, E-step, and Wynn. And we got a timeout for the Checkers. So they're taking a timeout. I'm going to take one too. I'll be right back for the last 2.5 minutes of this game. E-step, Holly, Ruth lining back up out there with Fields and Gosling in the back. Fields sends it in, stopped by the Checkers, and then they try to pass. Ruth's going to send that in deep. Holly with a pass it, goes off the post. E-step nearly getting a shot off there. And it's turned over to the Wild again. Holly tries to clear it, hits a Checker, and knocked back in. This time Fields still trying to get it out. Checker still keeping that in. And Gosling picks it up this time. Gosling sends it cross ice off the wall. It's going to bounce all the way down. Is it going to be icing? They wash it off. Or wave it off. Checkers bringing it out. Pass through neutral ice. take a shot, and it hits Mongold, and Mongold gets a piece of that, just like another goal today, and puts the Checkers back on the board again. So we're tied up at 4. I hadn't even got the other point on the board yet. But there we go. I fixed both at once. So minute and a half left, minute and 32. Wynn taking the face off. Checkers getting a breakaway shot, and Mongold making the save. Mongold coming up big there. It could have been a game winner for the Checkers, making that stop. It's knocked back out. Gosling skates it in. Gosling takes a shot, save, recovers it, skates it around, tries the center, gets knocked back behind the net. Gosling has it again. Gosling over to, and that's Walker Woods. Gosling to Walker Woods, and Woods puts it away to make this a 5-4 game with only 54 seconds left. Woods from Gosling, 1 goal closer to his 50 goal mark this year. And I'm not sure if that is number 48 for him or not, but he's very close though. So Wild up by 1 with 54 seconds left. I would expect to see an empty net on the other end here in possibly, but Holly's going to send a shot on, and that is gloved by the Checkers. They stop the clock. 40 seconds left. Wynn taking the face off. Checkers break it out. They're in neutral. Turned over at neutral, and Checkers sent it back the other way, so picked up by Holly. Holly's going to skate behind her own goal. Tries to clear it out. Checkers keep it in. Holly still battles for it. Checkers still with it. And Woods regaining possession. 13 seconds left. And it is sent all the way down. We do have an empty net on the other end. That's going to be icing with 5.8 seconds left on the clock. Checkers with an empty net and 6 seconds left. Woods taking the face off. And Holly going for the empty net. Checkers stop it. And that is it. Close game here today with the Wild and the Checkers down to the wire. As Holly attempted that empty net, and the Checkers keep it in. We're able to get a shot on, but Mongold making the stop, and the Wild walk away with a victory on game number 1. So we'll be back here this evening at 9:40 p.m. where the Wild will take on, let me check, I think it's the Queen City Royals. I don't have internet access in here right now, but so Wild will be back here at 9:40 p.m. tonight. Tune in and watch that. If it is streaming, hopefully it is. And if it did stream, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you back here this evening. Thanks for watching.